It's a Saturday in late July. You know what kind of day it is? It's a great day to talk hockey. Let's get at her. I wanted to do a shift by shift on Ivan Demidov. This was game 5 of the KHL playoffs. Uh, SKA was down 3-1 to Moscow Dynamo. Dynamo Moscow, however you want to say it. And they faced a must win. And it was in Moscow. Demidov played one of the best two-way games of his young career, I would say, perhaps his best. And I'm showing every shift. So usually you get to see the plays with the puck predominantly, even with um, not podcasts, videos that I do on him in the past. But this time we're going to look at entire shifts just to demonstrate how ready I think he is to play a top 2 role in the NHL, because as far as I'm concerned, he already plays a solid two-way game. So we've got this went into overtime, and I've got shifts from every period that I'm going to show you here. Here's off the opening draw, and I'll just comment on his play throughout. He's 91, obviously on the right, in white, and you can see right away here he's well above average for a teenager. I think his defensive game is excellent, and it demonstrates, I believe. Here he is here, actually, second shift of the game. Look at that pass he made. Like, talk about vision and, being able to process quickly. That's just a dynamite pass. So he's a big reason why they got off to a good start. There he falls down. He jumps right back up. Look at I just love how quickly he can spin on a dime, get away from defenders. It's so difficult to defend against him. Here he is joining the play. Almost got a breakaway. He was in all facets of the game. I thought he was outstanding in this one. He was on for a goal against there, but not his fault by any means. They got a quick chance off the draw. He was very opportunistic off the draws in this game. Gets the puck out, makes the play again. I loved he's like a dog on a bone. His forechecking was excellent. He was best forechecker on SKA in this game, best offensive player, and really sound defensively. You also notice he was physical. There's a few instances in this game where he definitely played with a bit of an edge, and that's another underrated part of his game. Here he is off to the side of the net, just waiting, hoping to get the pass, and they couldn't. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it through to him. Here he is. He's the first forward back. Came in deep, supported the defenseman. Liked his play away from the puck in this game. It was just such an underrated part of his arsenal. Here he is back in the middle, covering the slot for Kuznetsov, who wasn't there. Came back, almost stopped the defenseman from getting the puck in. Again, came in. Look at that, how shifty he is. Get away from that guy. And then he does the 8:45 as usual, and then smart enough to dump it back to his defenseman. That I want to show that again, just the smarts that he demonstrates here. Right here. and then the back pass because he knew he didn't have a better option. Just really smart. He made one mistake in his game. Other than that, you know, one of the scouts in his draft year, when they were talking Hab scouts, and they said, "Well, I think his biggest asset is his intelligence," and that's saying a lot because he is super skilled. But you know what? He is a highly intelligent player as well. And here, first on the forecheck, got in, turned the puck over. There he is back in again. Got them to cough the puck up. So really loved his forechecking throughout this contest. And you know what? Like he rarely gets hit. You know, people talk about, well, are you afraid that he's going to get hurt with his wide leg stance there? But can't hurt what you don't hit. Here he is, coming back. He's the last guy back. Then he just bounces around brings the puck in, gets it deep. So covered for his defenseman again and made the defensive play, and then brought the puck back with his superb skill, got the puck in, just got a shot on net, creates a scoring chance. It's no wonder that he set records in the KHL or in the MHL last year, junior, for plus minus, and least goals against. It was 0.3 goals against every 60 minutes. It was more than every 3 games that he would be on the ice for a goal against. And for him to step into the KHL, and you see here just how smart he is away from the puck and competitive, anticipates the play well, good positioning. It's no wonder that he was even at 17-18 last year was by far the best defensive forward in junior last year, and that's on top of being the most productive forward. So not a bad combo. Check out the defense on this play. I like the reverse. That was the PK Subban type hit almost, but you'll notice there's a few plays on this particular shift that I like from him. Here, he didn't get in too deep, came back. He's taking Kuznetsov's place. Should have been Kuznetsov back, but then he makes the play. Came back and covered deep for his centerman, and then make the defensive play. And then he's out again. Here he is deep. He's back. He's the last guy back here, covering up for his center, and just sound defense. So this was a must-win game, and Demidov played. You could, he was taking care of both ends of the ice because they let in a lot of goals. They let in a lot of goals in this series, but he made extra sure. He was extra attentive to the defensive part of the game in this one because they had to win it, and it was nice to see in a must-win game him stepping up all 3 zones and playing just a sound game, except for this one play, the Galchenyuk. There, that was his one error, and even still, it wasn't. I mean, he had the right idea, but it was a little careless and ended up costing them with a break. But you know what? You'll notice his very next shift, because we're showing every shift here. He more than made up for that. But you could see the rest of this shift too. He was, oh, geez, don't score, don't score. He didn't want to be the culprit. But here, he circles back, gets the puck, and whammo. That shot beats any goalie, I think. You know, just over the pad, under the blocker, off the inside of the post, and hard. Here, when I talk about his competitiveness, forecheck and hustle both ways. Look at him go to the net there. If he'd have got the pass, and he came back, hustled his butt off, kept the puck in. That was, the last 3 years is something that I've been impressed in scouting him on a regular basis with his motor. He's got a great motor. There are very few games where he's not busting his tail. Look at, he comes back in here, makes the defensive play, and then gave the guy a bit of a cross check. Actually, kind of cross check in the head. Here was a good chance if they had got it over to him. Almost a 2-on-1 again with him hustling. Just he had such an excellent game. I've watched this one a few times and highlighted it even in my last Demidov, a few of his highlights, because it demonstrates just how good he was at the KHL level already at just 19, and how good he will be in the NHL, I believe, because no coach is going to not be impressed by how he played in all facets of the game in this one. Made a good defensive play there, then kept the guy. Good coverage on the fellow number 91, and then took him out, rubbed him out. I liked how he covered 91, opposing number 91 on that shift. And then he gets in deep on the defender. There weren't many shifts when he didn't do something that said, okay, this guy's ready. This guy's ready to play in the NHL. So, people say, oh, I don't know, put him with Demidov with Line A. I don't think it's going to matter who he plays with. His defensive game is already sound, and it's only going to be better with practice, with teaching in Montreal as it goes along. So I don't think it matters who he's playing with next year with the Canadiens as far as a fellow winger goes. Here's the third period. At this point, they had a 2-1 lead. He had goal and an assist, and played like I keep saying, played solidly all around. Here he snapped one off. That wasn't going to beat the goalie, but hey, you never know. Maybe he gives up a rebound there. He certainly was. When the opportunities are there, he will break, for the opposing blue line and try to get breakaways. He anticipates the play so well. And here he hustles. Couldn't get the puck to him, but look at how he held off the guy and then did swing around. His vision, he knows where his teammates are on the ice. Again, one of his many, many attributes, great vision. And here, the little stutter step, it fools. They think he's going back the other way, and then he keeps going and loses guys constantly with his dekes. All it takes is a little deke sometimes. But he keeps his feet in such a way that he can easily go one way or the other. The way he positions his skates, it's uncanny. And here he is again. That wasn't a bad play. Didn't quite hit the guy, but he had the right idea. Look at this. Muscles the guy off the puck. He had a physical edge in this game. He was, he was there to win. Yeah, he wanted to get to Montreal, but that didn't mean that he didn't try. And there he bats it out of the air, almost scored. He wanted to get to Montreal, but he always wants to win. Even for Rothenberg, first and foremost, he wants to win hockey games. So you'll be seeing that competitiveness in Montreal this fall, and it's going to help Montreal win more games right from his rookie season, because it's just he's special, I do believe. Here he is off to the side. Kuznetsov wouldn't get it to him, but they scored. Here he is in his own end again. Pressures. I like how he keeps his head on a swivel, pressures the D-man well, hustles over, gives his defenseman an option. I love how he straddled and then nails the guy into the boards. Straddles the blue line to stay on side, has lots of speed, and then crunches the guy. Here he is in defensive posture. They were up 3-2 late, so he was concentrating on defense. Another good pressure there to keep the guy. All the guy could do was dump it in. And look, if they'd have got the pass to him. It's too bad he didn't get the pass there. He may have been sprung for a breakaway to put it away. Here he was ready for the feed from Kuznetsov, but as usual, Kuznetsov kind of ignored him. That's why all those rumors about the Canadians maybe trying to sign Kuznetsov, I was saying, please don't consider that. Here he was again, creating havoc in the offensive zone. Best defense is good offense. Dynamo tied it up when he wasn't on the ice. So this was the last minute. If Moscow scores there, season's over. So it went into overtime, and he had a few shifts, and we will show you what he did in overtime. I think he played about 27 minutes here. They could have called a penalty again because of his hustle, but even in the KHL, the refs put the whistle away in overtime for the most part. They mostly just in his own end here, and again, playing sound positionally, not running around, staying close to his point man so that point man doesn't get a free shot. Got a shot on net. Didn't do anything silly. There, too bad the puck didn't come out a little. See the way he stole the puck again? That his anticipation and competitiveness leads to a lot of A lot of turnover. So that's, again, first shift of overtime, solid. Kept the pressure on, certainly. And look at here, he backs up his blue liners, stayed back, and that's him with the puck along the boards. He anticipate. I love his anticipation and sense. He just he knows where to go. Very, very, very smart young player. Love his positioning. Love his where he knows where to go on the ice to not only to defend well, but to provide an option offensively. He had some chances in OT. Fortunately, wasn't able to put one past, but Ska was able to score to keep their season alive. And I'd say he was the main reason why they were able to win Game 5, take her back to St. Petersburg, where they were beaten. I was going to say unfortunately, but it wasn't really. I don't think it was unfortunate, because Demidov was in Montreal within a week. Got to see him before the end of the regular season, and then he got to play in the playoffs. Great, just great for him. A great experience for him to get to go to Montreal to end the season, I think. Look at him here. Gotta like when, he's going to get checked and says, okay, well, fine. I'll just reverse course here. Make the safe play, not turn it over in overtime in my own zone. Yet another smart play by him. But he was the main forechecker on his line. Got in on the defenseman constantly. And hey, you'll see the same thing. Montreal. He's not just a player that's going to sit back and let everyone else do the work. And then look at that play defensively. That was just outstanding. I'm going to reverse that again here. We'll have a look at that. Here he is in the middle of the ice. Puck comes. He circles back, checks the guy, and then takes out the guy along the boards and gets it over to Plotnikov. Gets the puck, gets it into the zone, creates a scoring chance. Just supreme effort and intelligent play from, besides that one, the Galchenyuk, the one bloop. That's it. That was the entire game with the season on the line. KHL, really good team, Yes, the KHL's watered down, but Dynamo Moscow is one of the best teams in the KHL, and as far as I'm concerned, there wasn't a better player on the ice. So that's a teenager dominating the KHL in the KHL playoffs. Wow. There's been a lot of comparisons to Matvei Michkov, and Michkov put up good numbers in 2 years in the KHL, and he's a smart player, and he's going to put up points at the NHL level. There's no doubt about that. But as far as playing an all-round game goes, I say that Demidov is light years ahead of Michkov in that regard, and at the end of the day, will help Montreal win important playoff games. I think with his all-around game, and prove them right for picking him 5th overall in his draft year. I think, honestly, I don't think he's, everyone talks about how great Celebrini is away from the puck and competitive and smart. Demidov doesn't take a back seat to him in that regard. He really doesn't. He's all of those things too. And on top of it, might even have a little more skill than Celebrini. So don't be shocked if Demidov ends up having as good a career as Celebrini. I think those two proved last year that they are the two guys from that draft class, the 2024 draft class, who are at this point at least looking like they they had separated themselves from the rest of the players in that class at this point, and I'm expecting that will be the case for the rest of their careers. So that's a look at Demidov in the most important game that he played in Russia last year. And Habs fans, buckle up, because it's gonna be a blast watching this guy over the next decade and a half, helping Montreal win important games, be it in October or hopefully some years in June.